Welcome to Mike Dub 27 Day Trader, and today we're gonna take a look at an old buddy of mine. So let me go to my 50K challenge. I'm getting there, but I gotta give and apologize to Lucid Group. I said they wouldn't break 250, and lo and behold, they hit 257 today with a low at 249. So that's an 8-cent rise right there. That means if you were able to get in there at 10 o'clock at 249, you made some money at around 240. Hopefully you got out right there. Probably waited until here. Then you got out if you're looking into technical data. But either way, we saw a 1.58% hike in Lucid Group. And that's what all the shorts. The shorts are really working on this particular stock. You go down here. That's is Lucid stock a buy now? And he talks about it's a record-setting year and yada yada, and just talks about, where it says there's no point in getting into it. What's really important is the fact that the average value right now is 81.67 million. So it's doing numbers, and the market cap still at 7.70 billion. So right here we see that it's given all the key points that it should be a more formidable stock or a higher stock. But obviously with the shorts and everything like that, people constantly trying to keep it down. That's just where it's going to be. But it hasn't broken. It hasn't gone down back to the low 230s or anything like that. So we got to give it its props. It's actually been doing its thing. If you look at the hedge funds right here, hedge fund sentiment about Lucid is positive. Overall ownership increased by 393 million shares versus Q3. You know, our customer sell value percentage increased at 19% versus last trading day. That's in May. So you can see that it's been the Robinhood people that have been selling it. But insiders, as of May 2025, insiders bought a total of 5.46 million shares of Lucid in the last 3 months. Of course, this is not investment advice. So right there, it shows that the insiders, they're all for it. Hedge fund people love it, but it's the Robinhood people, 19% increase in sell value. So it's my own folks. And be the ones closest to you, right? But anyhow, they can only keep it down for so long, though. With that type of volume, you can see that it's starting to go up and get closer. Eventually, it's already tested at 249 instead of going back down to the 230s. Matter of fact, if I look at the week, it hasn't been back down to the 230s all week. You got to go all the way back to, let me say, the 22nd. Yeah, you got to go all the way back to the 22nd of the month to see it break into the 230s right there. So Lucid Group has been holding its own. We're starting to see a little bit of rise. We'll see what happens Monday. But yeah, so hooray for Lucid Group. Now, on the other end, let's look at some stocks that I was trading today. One in particular, TerraWolf. Now, TerraWolf owns and operates fully integrated environmental clean Bitcoin mining facilities in the United States. TerraWolf will generate domestically produced Bitcoin powered by nuclear, hydro, and solar energy. CEO Paul B. Prager employs 12, so it's a small company. Is in Eastern Maryland, founded in 2021. Let me see. When did they go public? They went public. Oh, as soon as they were founded, the same year they went public. That was back in December 13th of 2021. So they were probably trying to take advantage of all the Bitcoin mining that was going on during COVID. And they dropped a lot. They started at 35. For one thing, they overpriced themselves at $35.33. And within one day it dropped to $12.95. So they overshot that a lot. And it's crazy because as soon as you get into 2022, it went all the way down to $1.44. And it kind of stayed around that, had some ups and some downs to where we're at now at $3.20. Now we saw this jump on the 30th. It was at 279, and then it jumped up into the threes, and it's been kind of holding good. Let's take a look at the technical data. So right here we can see that's what I want to see right there. MACD looking nice and balanced. Bears, bulls, bears, bulls, bears, bulls, bears, bulls. That's what we're going to see. If it's all bulls, then it's hard to find an entry point. If it's all bears, you don't want to find an entry point. So when you see that nice little up down pattern, that's perfect for me right there. So it's at 321, which I'm hoping it stays that low or lower by Monday so I can jump back in at a lower position. It's down 1.23. When I got in this morning, it was at 321. And then that thing went all the way up to 331, 332. So it went up 2%, and that's when I sold, which I'm glad I did because it really didn't go up any more than that to 333. And after that, it just dropped all the way down. So, a good 10 cents, a little 10-cent mark right there. But the fact that, it's going up and down like that constantly, that's a good thing. So I changed up my 50K challenge watch list a little bit. I got rid of I Am Gold. I Am Gold is no longer part of the watch list. I don't know what happened with them, but they are going downhill fast. So I Am Gold is fired, and I replaced it with Cypher Mining, BitDeer Technologies, TerraWolf, and BitOrigin Limited Class A. And of course, you already know about Pfizer and the other bit mining right here. Bit mining is sweet. I was hoping that this was going to go down, but it want to keep on staying high today and stuff like that. But the key with this is I'm looking for anything that's low at least 1%. It needs to be low at least 1%, and it can't be completely dying. So, of course, low 1%, but we got to make sure that it's not too bearish to the point it's like I Am Gold. Lucid Group, it's kind of balanced right now. It's still a little too high. XRP, it needs to go lower than that to even make money. Bit mining, I needed to go down about 10 more cents. TerraWolf's perfect. Over 1%. And everything else is up. And just to kind of show you what I meant with I Am Gold, this morning it started at 691, went to 686. I was looking at it, I was like, man. And then once it hit 669, I had to think, should I get into it or should I not? But here's the issue. You go into the technical data. Around that time when it got down to 669, I saw a little bit of green going up, but it stayed. But what I really didn't like down here was the MACD. The MACD was insane right here. I was like, I can't do that, because this means nothing but trouble. Especially seeing how it was the beginning of the MACD dip, so I already knew that it was gonna be holding down for a while, which it did. It never really came back. Like if I had got in at 669, the highest it got all day was 672. So that's just 3 cents right there. Now, either way, I would have made money. I wouldn't have lost money, but that wouldn't have been enough to like even justify it. Now, I will say that may be something you want to go along with, but matter of fact, let's go back to it. Also, what I didn't like was the trend. So if you look at the trend right here, it's at 696. It's been going down all week. Started at 721, 7, 7, went up 709, then dropped to 678, 680, 681, then dropped to 666, 661. So I'm looking at that trend right there and I'm thinking, nah, not going to get me, because it may mess around and go all the way back to 564. You look at the 3 months right there, you go 550, 511. So I can't trust it right now. I don't know what's going on with them. They really don't have any new news. It could be one of those things where everybody's just selling. There's still a 64% buyer rating, but you can see right here, sell volume percentage increase is 32%. So there's a lot of people selling this right now. Sentiment's positive. It may be something that you could, if you go long in it, when it's low, you'll probably make some money just because. Let's go a year down. Yeah, I'll take it back. I don't know. Thing isn't looking good at all. That's why I wouldn't suggest it. I'll tell you that. So I'm just gonna stick with what I got right here. But yeah, my go tos, the money makers right now, definitely TeraWolf, bit mining, and that's it really. TeraWolf and bit mining, which caused me to get some of these other bit ones as well. This Bit Origin, yeah, it's a penny stock, but it's a penny stock that's holding. I'm not really even like investing in this right now. I'm just looking at it, just to see, what the trends are with it. Because if it can get to its lowest, maybe like 12 cents, I don't know. You know what? I take it back. I don't trust it. Let's go ahead and take it off the list. Yeah. Let's go ahead and take that off of there. There we go. That's a lot safer right there. Now, lowest I need to go is Bitminer 184. Hit it when it hits 171 and ride it back up. But yeah, other than that, everything is good. Working on a 50K challenge. We're going to see what happens. Anyhow, Mike Dub 27 day trader, and I'm out. Deuces.